Welcome to Marshfield and our Zaleski Sports Girls High School soccer coverage. My name's Chris Conley. We'll be underway in just a moment on what's turned out to be a pretty pleasant Tuesday afternoon. We're high atop Hiding Community Stadium as the Marshfield Tigers get ready to play the Appleton North Lightning. Appleton North has been on the bus for about an hour and a half to get over here. They're off to a 2-0 start this season. Both of their games have been lopsided blowouts. Probably because, first of all, they're a good team, but second, because they played two smaller schools. They blew out Marinette 18-2. Yeah, that's a soccer score, 18-2. And then they beat Denmark 13-0. So they come in with a 2-0 record, but they're facing a higher level of competition for today's game. Marshfield opens their season with 1 win and 2 losses. Their victory is over Rhinelander, and Rhinelander's a pretty good soccer program. Rhinelander fell to Marshfield 3-0 when these teams met earlier. Teams are being let out onto the field. Marshfield Tigers will be wearing the black kits with the orange numerals and letters. Appleton North is in the white. Those are dark blue or purple numerals. Teams will present themselves at midfield and then we'll be underway. As we get into the later parts of the afternoon, it may feel a little cool here. Temperatures hovered around 40 or 45 today. There's a little bit of a breeze. The weather's not going to impact play at all.
Welcome to the campus of Marshfield High School for tonight's match between the Appleton.
Starters will be introduced to the crowd that has gathered here, and then we'll be underway. 2 40-minute halves in high school soccer. Our officiating crew wears the yellow. That's one of the mysteries in high school soccer, that if you're a serious soccer official, you've got a yellow jersey plus an orange and green jersey. And when they wear what is kind of a mystery. Ava Koleski is the starting goalkeeper for Appleton North. She's been introduced to the crowd. She'll wear the powder blue goalkeeper's kit. Again, Appleton North so far this season has been a goal-scoring machine. But playing smaller schools, Marshfield will be the biggest opponent that they've seen so far this year. Appleton North has an interesting mix of seniors to underclassmen. Addison Snyder, Ava Dietrich, Maya Zalewski, and Olivia Greer are the seniors who've been introduced to the crowd so far. Peyton Bremer is in goal for the Marshfield Tigers, just introduced to the crowd. She's a senior, and she's one of the team captains as well. There's Hadley Hall, also a senior for Marshfield. Emmeline Clements is a junior. Mia Preston, senior defenseman. Grace Will, the other defender, she's a junior. Audrey Lutke is a sophomore, so you got to have some quality to be a sophomore and starting up on the varsity, and there she is. There's Kara Robb. She's a junior.
Number 15, senior defender, captain, Kaylin Kurth.
Kaylin Kurth, senior, and a captain for this Tigers team.
Senior midfielder, captain, Lauren Katzenberger.
Lauren Katzenberger, a senior and a Marshfield captain as well. There's Shiloh Smith, another senior for the Tigers. Lauren Homolka, the Homolka family, has contributed a couple of student athletes to the Marshfield High School athletic program.
Managers Brianna Binder and Greta Clopton. At this
Now let's go down to field level. The crowd that's here comes to its feet for the national anthem.
Direct your attention to the flag at the north end of the field for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, tick-tock on the dot. It's 5 o'clock, and we're ready to start right on time between Marshfield and Appleton North. Marshfield fans, my name's Chris Conley. Glad to be bringing you today's game. And if you're a supporter of Appleton North, we're glad that you found our Zaleski Sports Field. We are brought to you by Shuta Funeral Services, Stevens Point and Plover, here to help you with all your funeral needs. 2 convenient locations for a personal local touch. Let their experienced staff serve your family. Learn more from shutafuneral.com. That's online, shutafuneral.com. Teams gather in front of their respective benches before taking the pitch, and then we'll be underway. We play on the modern synthetic turf. The field down at Hiding Community Stadium is made of individual plastic blades, which kind of simulate grass. Remember, years ago, artificial turf used to be like playing on a carpet. It was almost like playing soccer on a pool table. But the newer technology in field turf kind of slows the ball down and makes it play more true. In fact, I think there are probably just as many high school soccer teams around the state that play on something synthetic than play on real grass these days. Two goalkeepers are taking their spots. Peyton Bremer to our left, defending the Tigers' goal. And Ava Koleski to the right. Be underway any moment. Referee sounds his whistle and play is in. Appleton North and Marshfield. This would be a nice win for the Marshfield Tigers if they can pull it off. Again, North has just been so high scoring. It's got 29 goals. Yep, 29 goals in their first games. They played twice. Marshfield has played 3 times so far this season. Marshfield's got a defender back there who's going to park this over the touchline on the far side. It'll be a deep throw-in for Appleton North. The ball, of course, rolls all the way across the track and out to the chain link fence. I'm trying to think now, how many years has it been since this new stadium, built primarily for football, but used for soccer as well? How many years has this stadium been here now? I think it's at least 4. I think it may be 5 years now. Could be? Yeah, if I was going to guess, we're coming to the end of a 5th season of use here at this magnificent facility that the Marshfield community has rallied around to put together. Should I tell you my football story from my first game ever here? Now, I normally do the radio for DC Everest football, so the first time that the DC Everest Evergreens played the Marshfield Tigers here, well, first let's see how this run plays out. North's got a player back and puts it over the touchline. So all the way across the field, on the visiting side bleachers, there's a small broadcast booth. And if the visiting team comes over with video or radio, they set up there. So you're kind of away from the main press box, which is where we are today. And it was a cold football game, cold October night for football when the Evergreens and Tigers played here for the first time. So on the one hand, me and my radio crew thought that was kind of nice. Hey, we've got our own private place. And then when we got in there, we figured, gee, but there's no heat in here. This is a heated press box for the main part of the facility, but the smaller auxiliary press box on the other side, no heat in there. And when we first got in there, there's a big black box that has grating on it. We thought, this is the heater. So we spent the longest time trying to get this open and trying to get it turned on. And what we were trying to open and get turned on, this is back to the keeper who's off her line and clears it out. What we were trying to get turned on was actually the internet box here. That all of the technology, we've got a video scoreboard, we've got the LED lights. This is a high-tech facility, and it takes a large internet box to run all of it. Well, we didn't know that. We were trying forever to get the heat turned on. There was no heat there. This ball rolls towards the Appleton north side and is put over the touchline. This will be a deep throw-in coming up for the Tigers. Do I see that prom season is coming up? Oh, yes, it is. We have this message from one of our sponsors. Guys, she'll remember prom for the rest of her life. Make sure her prom flowers are the best of the best. From Hefco Floral Company, Patriots Tower, downtown Marshfield. Don't mess up the corsage, guys. Come on. Appleton North with a little bit of room out to the middle of the pitch. This stays inbounds. The touch lines are beyond the football out of bounds area. Appleton North is offside there. Whistle sounds, and this ball will go over to Marshfield. 4 minutes in, just underway, and there's no score. And you know what? I guess what's an encouraging sign for Marshfield, again, this Appleton North team has just been a goal-scoring machine. And Marshfield's played them about even so far. Both teams have had their runs. Neither team has dominated possession of the ball so far. So maybe this will turn out to be finally a good test for Appleton North. North last year played 16 games and won 9 of them. They had 3 ties and 3 draws. Tigers last year, and again, I'm not sure how much you should read into last year's record. I mean, kids graduate. It's always new faces in high school athletics. Marshfield was 2 games below 500 last year. 7 wins, 9 defeats, and 4 draws. Neither team's been able to put a shot on goal so far. Appleton North is deep in their own end and clears this out. Pinballed off one of the Marshfield players, so the Tigers still have a chance at possession here. Tried to get that pass ahead to Brinley Durson, and instead it was too long for her. That ball is over the touchline. It's going to be a throw-in off of Appleton North. A throw-in coming up for, that's off of Marshfield. Throw-in for North. On the edge of the attacking third of the field. There's a rolling shot on goal, not well struck, and easily gathered in by Paitlin Bremer. Alexi Shue put that on. I think Alexi would like to have another shot at that. I think she kind of topped that ball. Punted out, and North regains possession just over the midfield line. Here's a run along the near side. Emily Apostolou tried to get that center. That was the right idea, but the pass was behind her teammate. Marshfield plays this off to the side. Tried to get the give and go going for Lauren Homolka. That was a little too long for her. And we'll have a throw in for North right in front of the North bench. Again, an even match so far. 6 minutes in, haven't seen anything that changes my feeling about that. These teams seem evenly matched. Appleton North has a lot of players wearing the sky blue soccer cleats. That seems to be a thing. I remember a few years ago, the trend in girls soccer, you had a lot of players, they were very expensive, but would wear the ruby red soccer cleats, almost like Dorothy going into the land of Oz. But that was a thing. You don't see them much anymore. Styles and trends change, don't they? This will be a throw-in for Marshfield in their defensive end. Appleton North on the attack. Tried to get that through, and one of the Marshfield defenders took it away. That's a good defensive play. Tried to slide that ahead again to Lauren Homolka. Tigers across midfield. Got 3 players forward and a couple of trailers. Tigers tried to feed that ahead to Homolka, and instead it was broken up. It was a good defensive play by Natalie Rowe, senior. Rowe disrupted the pass. Tigers will get a throw in on the edge of their attacking third. Tigers take it back. Again, a little patient here, trying to survey and trying to feed Lauren Homolka. It looks like the Tigers are trying to get the ball on Homolka's foot whenever possible. Again, my 6 minutes into this match observation, Homolka's obviously big, but she runs the field well and has a good sense of where she is on the pitch. So it looks like most of the Marshfield opportunities are going through her. From the wing, see if Appleton North can center from here. Tigers do a good job marking up, comes to the center, headed towards the goal, and scooped in easily by Peyton Bremer. Peyton's going to punt this out. There's just a little bit of wind, but not enough to impact play. The weather is simply not a factor today. Long ball ahead, that's too long on the turf here. It is going to slide over the boundary line. This will be a goal kick coming up for the Tigers. Set your sails and let the winds guide you to River Edge Golf Course. It's the return of their Friday fish buffet, but only for 4 Fridays, March 28th. And running through the 4 Fridays after that. Cajun broiled deep fried fish plus all the extras. River Edge Friday buffet returns March 28th, but it is only for a limited time. Marshfield player off her feet for a moment, and Brindley Durson moves forward. That's the closest that one of the Appleton North players has gotten to the goal with possession, and it goes over the touchline. Is this going to be a throw-in or a corner kick? It's going to be a corner coming up here from the near side. Claire Zalewski is going to start this. Kind of a line drive in front that hit the post and is cleared out. Goalkeeper Peyton Bremer slid to her right, but that didn't go off Peyton. That went off the near side post, so we stay at 0-0. Appleton North almost breaks through on a set piece. So the Tigers are out of danger for the time being. Promising chance at the 10-minute mark, but we stay at 0-0. Emmeline Clements to throw in. One of the Tiger players was shoved from behind. Yeah, Homolka was pushed from behind. And a foul is called. Tigers play this deep instead of playing it short. Tried to get that to Homolka too, but she was surrounded by 2 players. I think Appleton North has figured too that a lot of the Tigers' chances are going to come through Homolka tonight. This will roll out of bounds, a Tigers throw in. Now, it's hard to say how a soccer match is going to play out. This has the feeling of a low-scoring afternoon. 1-0, 2-1, something like that. That ball stays in play, kept in by Lexi Shue. Tigers defensively mark up in Philly, and Appleton North going to get a shot here, high, curling, and it's over the crossbar. A little bit of separation there, so Appleton North could kind of crank that up. Didn't get anything out of it. Too tall. Nevaeh Higgins, a senior, took that. Goal kick coming here at the 12-minute mark. You know, in the last few minutes of play, I think the chances have tilted a little bit towards Appleton North. Marshfield hasn't had a good look and hasn't had a possession in the offensive half of the field for a little bit now. Tigers just took this away. Tried to feed that ahead to Homolka, but she didn't have any separation. Tigers have a couple of players back. And this will roll over the sideline. Corner kick or a goal kick here? It's going to be a goal kick. Went on to bounce off the North player. Marshfield and Appleton North, girls high school coverage on Zaleski Sports. For expertise, honesty, and stellar service, look no further than Heritage Auto Body. Their team of professionals uses the latest technology. They'll ensure that your vehicle comes back to you looking like new. Free estimates, and they'll work with your insurance company to make it easy. Heritage Auto Body on Heritage Drive, Marshfield's South Side. Well, you figure in some of their games earlier this season, here's a shot on goal. Save. Big stretch out for Peyton Bremer. That's a nice save there. Peyton elevated and moved well laterally, stretching from the left side to the right side of the goal. It's going to be a corner kick here, but that's a good save. Keeps us at 0-0. Claire Zalewski again from the near side. See if she's going to put some air under this. Yes. Into traffic, headed but out of danger. It's going to be a Tigers throw in from deep in their defensive end. Again, Tigers kind of have to weather this storm. Appleton North has had the better looks at the goal over the last 4 or 5 minutes of play. But haven't broken through yet. Still 0-0. Trying to get this centered. Nope. Tigers are up to it. Solid defensively. North still possesses, but moves this back. Put out a play. This will be a North throw-in just over the midfield stripe. Maya Zalewski to throw it in. Tigers defender was double-teamed there for a moment, and North comes away with the ball in the attacking part of the field. Off to the side, and there's room there for Lexi Shue in front and then out of danger. Again, the Marshfield defense bending but not breaking here. And that goes off one of the defenders. Got that defender up high in the face. Sacrifice the body, but keep the ball from getting through to the goal. Tigers need to get this out of here. Over the touchline, it's a Tigers throw-in. Marshfield is making a substitution. Cassidy Christopher is out. Alexis Hoffman is on. Tigers come away with the ball. That pass a little too long. Couldn't quite make the long-distance connection to the far sideline. North gets the ball right back. A run along the far side. And Marshfield's got 3 players back. This is chipped towards the goal, and on a couple of bounces, Peyton Bremer gathers that in. Punted out, tried to get that to Alexis Hoffman. Alexis couldn't make a play on that ball. Yeah, time of possession. Which team has possessed the ball more? Well, that's shifted towards Appleton North a lot here in the mid-stages of the first half. Run along the near side. Let's see if Lexi Shue can get this centered. Tried to, but it goes back out. Here's a shot, and again, that went off one of the Marshfield players, and she got the wind knocked out of her. Gabby Niehaus, I think, took that right in the stomach, and I think she's got the wind knocked out. We're going to have a stoppage here for an injury. Yeah, she took a big hit from close range. While we are in this injury stoppage, would we like to take a first commercial break here? Why don't we do that? We'll be back after these messages. 0-0 Appleton North and Marshfield on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
All right, the injured Tiger is up and off the field. I believe I misidentified the injury. That was Kaylin Kurth, who is coming off the field now. And when play resumes, this will be Appleton North's ball. Yep, teams are back on. Play will be restarted in just a moment. All right, here we go. Play is back in. Marshfield unable to track that down. It'll be a throw in for North near the middle of the field. Along the wing, can the Lightning get this centered? It's played back. Ava Wicksberg played back to her teammate in the corner. Tigers battle for it. Pretty good ball handling there. High and deflected out. I believe this will be a corner kick from the far side for Appleton North. This will be North's third corner kick. One, they got a promising look at the goal. Second, nothing came from. This is an unusual setup. There's no one in the big box. High, arcing, headed out of trouble. So again, Marshfield continues to weather the storm. This is a ball ahead for Alexis Hoffman. Hoffman had it on her foot for just a moment, then lost control. That goes out of play. Tigers throw in. Tigers play this back. Here comes a run trying to get Lauren Homolka to this ball. That goes over the touchline. This is going to be a Marshfield Tigers corner kick, I think. No. A goal kick for Appleton North. Well, our side judge is so much closer than we are, he would know, right? Had two players in close vicinity. Who touched it? Well, it was ruled that the Tigers touched it over the boundary line. That goal kick is the first time that Ava Koleski in goal has done anything for Appleton North. She just hasn't been busy down there at that side of the field. Coming up on the midway point of the first half, we are still scoreless. Tigers have three players back as North starts this run. That ball's a little bit too long. Goalkeeper comes off her line and gathers that in. Those are always tricky decisions for a goalkeeper. Do you stay back and hope that one of your defenders can play the ball, or do you come off your line? If you're the goalkeeper and you come off your line and you don't get to the ball first, you wind up giving up a goal. So Peyton Bremer made the decision that she would come out, and she got there first. No problem. Tigers will park this ball over the far side. Throw in for the Lightning. You know, if the Tigers can get this game to halftime, tied 0-0, I think they'd feel pretty good about where they are. You know, in regular season high school soccer, we do not play overtime. So if we play a full 40 minutes and we're tied, then the game goes into the books as a draw. I would think that the Tigers, how do you feel about a draw? Tough angle here, centering, save by Peyton Bremer. That was just not a very promising angle, carried a little bit too far from close range, but carried too far to the end line. I would think the Tigers, who you would figure are playing as underdogs today, would be delighted with a tie against a team that's off to a 2-0 start. Again, the Tigers, when they get into conference play, they haven't played a conference game yet. Against Wisconsin Valley Conference opponents, the Tigers' last couple of years have been in the middle. And again, it's so early in the girls' soccer season, it's kind of hard to figure out who's who. Chipped ball towards the far post, and it's wide. Maya Zalewski didn't quite have the accuracy there. Goal kick coming up for the Tigers. Yeah, I mean, in past years, I think the most consistently good team in the Wisconsin Valley Conference has been the DC Everest Evergreens. But the Evergreens opened their season on Saturday with a 4-0 loss. Now, they usually play a very difficult non-conference schedule, so I'm not sure what that means when they play the regular opponents that they see. But 4-0 is not a promising start. Here's a shot high and over the crossbar. Aubrey Shire, sophomore, cranked that one up. Stevens Point usually plays good soccer. So does Wisconsin Rapids. But those teams will have to sort themselves out. Wausau West and Wausau East, sometimes, depending on the personnel that they have from one year to the next. Tigers take this ball away. Yeah, they were trying to chip that forward to Homolka. It deflected off one of the Appleton North players' feet. North off to the wing that's out of bounds off the Marshfield player. The Lightning will have a throw-in from the far side. Tigers take it away. No whistle there, even though it looked like the North player had her hands out and kind of finessed the Marshfield player off the ball. Centering into traffic and out of play along the far side. This will be another goal kick coming up for the Tigers. It just seems more likely that Appleton North at some point may break through, but how late in the game will that come? been at 0-0 for an extended period of time. At Stratford Plumbing and Heating, your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands. They do complete furnace and air conditioning installation, providing professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. This is centered near the goal mouth, and wow, that was almost put on goal by the Marshfield player. This is going to be a corner kick for Appleton North from the near side. Call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today. They're your home comfort experts, Stratford Plumbing and Heating, and we thank them for bringing us this Zaleski Sports High School soccer coverage today. Got about 15 minutes to play in the first half. High, arcing, goalie is up. Wow, went through the goalkeeper's hands for a moment, and the whole far side of the net was open. No one from Appleton North was able to take advantage. And this will be a goal kick, and the Tigers will have a chance to get this out of here. Yeah, the Tigers for the last 10 or 15 minutes of play have been living dangerously. Out of play, this is a Tiger throw-in from midfield. Tigers try and chip this towards the center. Got a player on the wing if they can find her. No, that's a bad pass. Kira Robb had room to operate if the ball was a little lower and a little more easy for her to control. Robb's going to throw it in now at the edge of the attacking third. Marshfield hasn't been down in this part of the field for a while. Robb throws it into traffic, and Appleton North takes it away. Centered, North has and overrunning the ball was Aubrey Shire. Shire looked like she was watching where the goal was going to be. I don't like that Shire lowered her shoulder there and pushed the Marshfield player off the ball. Mia Preston got the worst of that exchange. And on a late whistle, a foul was called there, and correctly so. Shire lowered her shoulder and kept the Marshfield player from getting to the ball. Sent all the way down. Homolka wins the race to it, but is quickly marked up. Plays this back. Shot, centering to the far side. That was the right idea. Came all the way across the pitch, trying to create from the wing. Marshfield player couldn't control that. Needed to play that back a little bit. So for the first time in a while, Marshfield has put a little bit of pressure on the opposing net. That's a good sign for the Tigers. And this will be a throw-in for Marshfield. Yeah, I mean, the longer it stays 0-0, right? Marshfield only needs one run, needs one good look. Would change the look of this game. Appleton North has had by far the better chances, but has not been able to break through yet. Tigers had it for a moment. North takes it right back. North a couple of times now has just been faster to the ball. 50-50 balls, North's been winning the race to them. This is played off to the wing. Trouble here. Goalie comes out, and Peyton Bremer gathers that in. Couple of short passes set that up. Emily Apostolou was the closest player to it. Tigers throw in from the far side. Quickly out of play, Tigers will throw in from about 5 yards further downfield. While the Tigers have a player on the wing, all alone there was Natalie Hebring. Couldn't find her. Tigers are going to look at our Zaleski Sports replay there. That's going to be a teachable moment. Got to play soccer heads up and see what's on the field in front of you. Tigers didn't there. Whistle here. This is a push on one of the Tigers' midfielders. North tries to play this all the way down. Rush for the ball. Tigers have a defender back there. Caitlin Kurth did a good job getting to that. Now along the near post. Traffic there. We've got a goal scored from close range. That Appleton North player was kind of tangled up near the near side post, but still managed to get her foot on it. And it's 1-0. Appleton North breaks through. We're looking all the way across the way at the goal scorer. I believe that's Erin Stites. I believe that's number 13. Erin Stites is the goal scorer at the 29th minute. So North does break through and will look to take a lead to halftime. Here comes another run. Goalkeeper is out and denied that ball from Emily Apostolou. You know, at halftime, we will double check and make sure that is indeed Erin Stites' goal. It came at the 29th minute. So we played a long stretch of scoreless soccer before North finally got on the board. North possesses here. Shot too tall. I believe that they have just radioed up to the press box that the goal belongs to Emily Apostolou. Again, we'll get it straightened out at halftime. Played soft in traffic. Lexi Shue tried to get to it. Instead, it's out of danger for the time being. Tigers come away here. Again, this is a much different game than Appleton North's two other games so far this year. Appleton North opened the season with an 18-2 win over Marionette, and then followed it up with a 13-0 win over Denmark, but Denmark's a really small school. Appleton North is a bigger high school, and Appleton North has a really good athletic department. They play competitive girls basketball. Here's a shot right at Peyton Bremer, save. Appleton North has a good football team year after year. And they play in one of the tougher parts of the state, too. Appleton North winds up having to play games against Kimberly, against Bayport. Bayport's the defending state football champions this year. Tigers are subbing in 3 new players. About 7.5 minutes to go until halftime. Again, the only goal scored here in the 29th minute came at close range along the near side post. We believe now it's the sophomore, Emily Apostolou, who scored it. Again, what I think is a little bit concerning here for Marshfield is since scoring the goal, Appleton North has continued to possess the ball and has continued to put more pressure on the net. Tigers really cannot afford to go down 2-0 here. Got to keep this a 1-0 game and regroup at halftime. It's out of play. It'll be a Tigers throw in deep in their own end. Infinity Exteriors is installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Infinity Exteriors guarantees quality you can trust. North plays this off to the wing. That ball is too strong and too long. Goes out of play. Goal kick coming up. Appleton North is making a substitution here. See which player came on. One of their midfielders is in. Lightning possess again from midfield. Crisp pass here, give and go. Emma Van Loo, she's the player who just came in. Just over 5 minutes to play until halftime. Appleton North has opened a 1-0 lead. Yeah, North again winning the 50-50 balls. Room along the near side, but a little bit long for Brooke Shue. We assume that Brooke is the younger sister of Lexi. She's a freshman. Lexi's a junior. North plays this back. Fancy footwork there by Claire Zaleski. Ball is played back. It's over the touchline. This will be a throw in for Appleton North. Yeah, North for sure is the better passing team. They're able to string 2-3 passes together and advance the ball downfield. That's deflected and goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for the Tigers. Yeah, Marshfield really needs to buckle down here. Got to keep this at 1-0 for halftime. It's got to fight off whatever charges come over the next 4 minutes. Didn't have the right separation there. Had two North players fighting for the ball amongst themselves. Tigers throw in. Fancy footwork again in the center of the field. Ahead to Addison Schneider. Chipped forward. Goalkeeper is kind of tangled up with one of her own defenders. And Peyton Bremer still gets to it. Yeah, Appleton North sure has dominated possession. They're the team that's been on the attack. But still only 1-0. North still has this. Can they create something from the wing? Goes out of play. Goal kick coming up. No corner here. Final 2.5 minutes of the first half. Please stay with us as we give some airtime to our sponsors for today's high school sports coverage. Please patronize our Zaleski Sports sponsors. They make this high school sports coverage possible. This is going to be a shot from close range. Shot there. Kick. Save away from Peyton Bremer. Good job. Emily Apostolou was bidding for her second goal, and Bremer denied her. Corner kicks coming up from the far side in the closing minutes of half number one. High, arcing, loose in front, and another goal. It went off the hands of Peyton Bremer, and Appleton North has scored. Natalie Rowe, a senior. Natalie was the one closest to it. Boy, that's just what Marshfield couldn't have happen. Getting close to halftime, trying to keep it 1-0, and in the 38th minute of the first half, Appleton North scores again. Two nothing now. And Marshfield's goalkeeper, Peyton Bremer, has played well in this half. That one from close range, high velocity, went off her hand and went into the back of the net. 1 minute left until halftime. Tigers clear this down. Goes out of play. They're back at their own defensive end, and Appleton North will throw this in. Throw in now for the Tigers. .30 seconds away from the closing whistle for the first half. That's a little bit too long, and Brooke Shue was unable to track that down. Brooks got the Dago green soccer cleats. Someone somewhere thinks that's a good look. Final 10 seconds of the half. Appleton North will go to intermission, leading 2-0. We'll be back with more soccer coverage after these commercial messages. It's Appleton North and Marshfield on Zaleski Sports.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Hi, I'm Big Clarence, and I'm so terrific that Mall Furniture decided to name their latest and greatest sale after me, Big Clarence.
Sorry, Clarence, apparently you misunderstood. It's Mall Furniture's clearance sale. And right now the savings are phenomenal on all the top quality furniture at
Mall Furniture's clearance sale.
That's Mall Furniture's clearance sale.
Clarence!
That's clearance, Clarence.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new express lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
It is halftime. Girls High School Soccer, Appleton North and Marshfield. I'm Chris Conley. North has a 2-0 lead. Let's recap our scoring. We played scoreless soccer through the first 29 minutes of this first half. Then Aaron Stites scored. Ball was pinned up against the far side post, and Stites was able to get it free and into the net, 1-0. And we were saying at that stage that Marshfield really needed to keep it 1-0 until halftime, and they gave up a goal in the latest stages of the first half at the 39th minute. Addison Schneider from close range, high velocity, and off the hands of goalkeeper Peyton Bremer and into the back of the net. So Addison Schneider, in fact, that's corrected scoring. Schneider gets the second goal at 38 minutes, 2-0. Marshfield does not have an official shot on goal down at the other end. Tigers have had a couple of runs, tried to get the ball crossed from the near side to the far side, and was unable to. So Appleton North is in control of this thing right now, but this is a closer and more competitive game than what North has played so far this season. Tigers come in here with a 1-2-0 record, in danger of falling to 1-3-0, and Appleton North is looking to get their season off to a 3-0 start. I see elsewhere on our Zaleski Sports Channel, big high school softball game. The teams that finished first and second in the Valley Conference are playing. That's Spash and D.C. Everest. D.C. Everest leading 7-1 right now. That game's in the 6th inning. So that could be a changing of the guard. Spash has been the best softball team in the Valley Conference for the last couple of seasons, but the Evergreens got a lot of seniors back and are looking to have something to say about that. I see up on the big scoreboard here at Hiding Community Center that the Marshfield Drama Department will do the teen edition of Hadestown. That's going to be fun. Hadestown is a New Orleans jazz-themed musical. If you're unfamiliar with it, come on out. You'll have a good time. I see that later this week over at my D.C. Everest Drama Department, they're doing the Elvis Presley jukebox musical, All Shook Up. I saw them in rehearsal a couple of days ago. That's going to be fun, too. So fun on the fields and fun on the stage. We're at halftime, 2-0 Appleton North. We'll get the second half underway when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Welcome back to Hiding Community Stadium. We're at halftime. Appleton North leads Marshfield 2-0. Teams will be back out onto the pitch to get the second half underway in just a moment. 0-0 to the 29th minute. And then in the final 11 minutes of play in the first half, 2 goals for Appleton North, which have dominated time of possession. I think we will see when the teams come out. I believe that Appleton North is putting in their number 2 goalkeeper. I believe that Ava Koleski is actually going to play midfield. We'll see in just a moment. Star of the game for the Marshfield Tigers has been their goalkeeper, Peyton Bremer. Made a couple of difficult saves in the first half. All right, second half will be underway in just a moment. Marshfield will put the ball in play to start the second half. We are brought to you by Bruce Orthodontics. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. Now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, they also accept most insurance. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. Now that still looks like it's the 0 of Ava Koleski in goal to our left. See if Marshfield can muster a little more offense here. Whistle sounds, play is in. North's got a lot of room over on the far side. Battling for that ball was Lauren Homolka. North comes away with it. Yeah, North is the better passing team. That's already on display here in the early stages of the second half. Claire Zalewski plays this off to the side. Give and go here with a run on the wing. That's a good defensive play from behind. Emmeline Clements able to get her heel on the ball. Here's a shot that's going to be wide, well wide of the near side post. It's from 20 or 25 yards out. Yeah, Aubrey Shearer, the sophomore, took that. One of her teammates came over, said maybe a shorter pass. Move that closer. Goal kick coming up. I think if you're just a fan in the stands watching this, that it's become a little bit cold, right? It's only 40 degrees. I think if you're a player, this is ideal, right? You'd rather play with temperatures in the 40s than in the 80s, right? 80s takes the energy out of you. Shiloh Smith fighting for that ball for Marshfield. North comes away with it again. Chipped to the inside. Ava Wicksberg couldn't get to it. Goalie comes out and gathers that in. We're 2 minutes into the second half. Pinballs off a couple of players. North comes away with it. Dylan Kenny tried to slide that towards the goal. Peyton Bremer again gobbles it up. Mondays were made for Mac. Get to Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield for Mac Mondays. Try one of their delicious Mac options. A whole menu of options at Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield. Hurry in, find a new favorite today. You know what? I'm just looking around now. We don't have enough ball boys or ball girls. That ball went well beyond the net and is just sitting there, 20 or 30 feet beyond the goal. Someone will walk over and get it. Marshfield's playing this short. And the Tigers give the ball back. Centered into traffic. Again, this is kind of a second time that Appleton North has had two players close on the same ball. Addison Schneider and Ava Wicksberg both gathered there at the same time. Goalie was screened there. That slides right across the goal mouth and wide of the near side post. And it's our side judge, one of the officials, who retrieved the ball there. This will be a goal kick. 3.5 minutes into the second half. Ridgetop Exterior says just like these players bring their best to the pitch, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing projects, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. That's ridgetopexteriors.com. Score big with trusted, local, affordable service. To the wing, but not much of an angle there for Ava Wicksberg. Can she get it centered there? Kind of fancy footwork, chips it back. Tigers get it out of danger. Center just at the edge of the big box. And then pinballed off one of the Marshfield Tigers players and out of danger. Referees just stopped the clock for a moment. One of the Marshfield players is injured off the ball. Got an injury stoppage here. It's a Tiger player over in the near corner who's going to get looked at by the athletic trainer. Why don't we step aside for a quick commercial break during this action? We'll be right back. Appleton North leading 2-0 on Zaleski Sports.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life. That's my life story. I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
The injured Marshfield player is coming off the field under her own power. Waiting to see that number in just a moment. Is that Kira Robb, number 12? I believe it is. It's either the 12 or the 15 of Caitlin Kurth. Play will restart with Appleton North possessing the ball in just a moment. Marshfield will get a new player onto the field, so they'll be back to full strength, and then play will resume. This is taking a little longer than we'd like, and here we go. Play is back in. Throw in coming up here for the Tigers deep in their defensive end. The lights have come on here at Hiding Community Stadium, have yet to take effect. I mean, it's going to be sunsets around 7:30 these days. And this is going to be a Marshfield throw-in on the near side. And now an Appleton North throw-in. Ava Dietrich will restart. Into traffic. Well played by Brynlee Durson. Throw in again. Ava Dietrich to restart. Appleton North unable to turn that towards the net. It'll be a goal kick. Let's take a moment to thank our game day sponsors, Brown's Bar, Woodfield Inn and Suites, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. Thank you for making this girls' high school soccer coverage possible on Zaleski Sports. North with some separation. Played to the center just outside the big box and chipped forward. Goalie comes off. Goal mouth is open. A defender is there and it's wide. Goalie came off the line and one of the Marshfield defenders had to come over into the net. Best scoring chance of the second half for Appleton North, and it was not to be. Let's see, who was that defender on the near side? I believe that was Natalie Hebring. Natalie, good situational awareness, knowing that her goalkeeper was out of position. Tigers have a little bit of a promising run here for the first time in a long time. Tigers player is tripped from behind. This is a foul. Audrey Lutke went down. Tigers are going to get this kick from about 15 yards away. This is the Tigers' best opportunity in forever to get one of these goals back, trailing 2-0. This will be started by Kaylin Kurth. High towards the goal, but it is wide of the far side post and rolls over the touchline. So nothing comes of it, but at least the Tigers got a good run, benefited from a foul, able to put that towards the net. Marshfield player again took that ball right in the chest and had the wind knocked out of her. Got a Marshfield player that's down, trailing this play. And we're going to have a whistle and another stoppage. Emmeline Clements is quickly back to her feet and is walking towards the bench. Doesn't even need the athletic trainer. Got the wind knocked out of her, hit from close range. We're brought to you by Brock & Decker. When buying or selling, Brock & Decker Real Estate is the team you need by your side. Brock & Decker has all the tools you need to feel confident in selling or buying. Call Sammy or Sue today. Visit them at North Central Avenue at brockanddecker.com and on Facebook. chipped to the wing. Now trying to center in traffic, whistle sounds, and that's a foul on Appleton North. It's the North player who kind of shoved the Marshfield defender off the ball there, and the whistle sounds for it. Zero until the 29th minute. Emily Apostolou and Addison Schneider are the goal scorers for Appleton North. I'll tell you this, Appleton North's goals per game is going to go down a lot. After scoring 16 and then 13 goals. This is chipped and it's too high. It's up over the crossbar. Ava Wicksburg trying to chip that on goal, too tall. One of the other Tiger players will take the goal kick right to the center of the field. See if the Tigers can push this forward. Long running ball, and Appleton North is closest to it, but they park it over the side. Marshfield will throw in their offensive end for the first time in a while. 10 minutes into the second half, there's been no scoring since halftime, staying at 2-0. Marshfield still has it further back. Tried to slide that to the center. There was no one there. Long ball ahead that's disrupted by one of the Marshfield players and out of play. This will be an Appleton North throw in right in front of their own bench. You could tell that it's gotten a little bit cooler, that the players who are on the bench and are not in the game, they've all got their parkas on. I think you don't feel cold if you're running around and playing. But when you're just sitting on the sidelines, yeah. It's gotten a little bit chilly. Temperatures are going to go down into the 20s tonight. A lot of areas here were in the teens last night. Towards the goal, wide of the far side post. The next time you shop insurance, call Brad Kecklau and Ian Pierce. They're your full-service rural mutual insurance agents in Marshfield. Here's their number, 715-384-2826. For rural mutual insurance in Marshfield, 715-384-2826. Call them today. North in the center of the field. Tigers unable to take it away. Now it's off to the side. Lightning will throw it in. 51st minute of play. Unable to control it there was Lauren Homolka. Marshfield player came up and marked too hard. That's a foul on Alexis Hoffman. And from 40 yards away, the Lightning will restart. High ball and a rush towards the net. Went off one of the Appleton North players. Ellie Running, I believe the sophomore, got her foot on that and wished that she had stopped for a moment so that she could strike it better. Raised both her hands up to her head for a moment. Like, wished I had that chance again. Ava Wicksburg on the wing. Can she center from there? Slides that towards the goal into traffic. Shot off the crossbar, up high. Actually, that went off the football goalpost. Hit yellow instead of white. And out of play. Goal kick coming up. Substitution here for Appleton North. Tell you who that new player is in just a moment. That is Maddie Hacker, Jr., who I believe is coming on for the first time. Appleton North player was kind of going in the wrong direction towards that ball, so it just gathered in easily by Peyton Bremer, the Tigers goalie. She'll kick that out. Another run for the Lightning along the far side. Tigers defender, nice play there. Caught up with the ball, took it away. Unable to clear, back towards the center of the pitch. Claire Zalewski. Got it back, and to get a shot on goal here. Stopped to transfer from left foot to right foot and then wide. Probably would have been better if tried to strike it from the left side. This will be a goal kick. ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. Get more information at ShedsDelivered.com. Marshfield will throw this in from deep in their defensive end. Appleton North takes it right back. Claire Zalewski. Played back a little. Ellie running, got it reset. Again, from close range, Marshfield defender is there. That did not go over the touchline. Still in play. Now off to the side. And North keeps it in play there. Maddie Hacker. North to throw in. Yeah, 2-0, so the game's not a blowout by any means, but North has dominated here. North has had all the chances and has scored twice. Chipped in front, right in front of the goal mouth, and just a little bit too long. Maddie Hacker thought she was going to close on that, not quite. No scoring since halftime in our game. Next Step Prosthetics has been providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step. Contact Next Step Prosthetics today. From the wing, can North try and get that centered? Wasn't well struck. Tigers come and get that out of danger for the moment. And this will be a Marshfield throw-in. 16 minutes into a scoreless second half. Marshfield comes away with it. Alexis Hoffman tried to get that centered, couldn't make the connection. It's along the far side. It's kept in play. Play on. North tries to get that centered. Came in a little bit high for Addison Schneider, who's already a goal scorer today. And North again just seems to gather in all the loose balls. This game makes it kind of hard to tell what kind of team Marshfield will have today. Again, Marshfield just hasn't been able to generate any offensive chances. So maybe when they play an easier opponent, we'll see more of that. There's a shot on goal, save there. Peyton Bremer gathers that in. Peyton's been pretty solid in net today. No complaints about her play. Yeah, that's going to be a whistle. Addison Schneider just pushed Alexis Hoffman off the ball. Happened right in front of our referee, too, so the whistle sounds. And even on the restart, the Tigers give the ball right back to Appleton North. Yeah, to kind of complete the thought, can Marshfield generate enough scoring chances against other opponents to be competitive? There's a shot. Net was open as the goalkeeper came out, and it's wide of the far side post. It's one of the few mistakes that Peyton Bremer has made today. Peyton came out and didn't get to the ball, left a lot of the goal open, and the shot was wide. Aubrey Scherer would probably like to have that one back. So when Marshfield plays a team that is not as good as Appleton North, can they generate more scoring opportunities? I mean, you just can't tell today because Appleton North has possessed the ball so much more and has had so many more chances. I mean, I guess if you're Marshfield, you're already encouraged to have a win on the season. This team beat Rhinelander 3-0 earlier in the year. Yeah, we just haven't seen in this game what does Marshfield look like when they're able to attack the goal. That just hasn't been the way this match has played out today. We're now at the middle stage. We're halfway through the second half. And that was an illegal throw-in, so it's going to go over from Marshfield to Appleton North. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses, and they know all about job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment and find the right career path for you. That's Express Employment. Their website is expressemployment.com. Whistle sounds and a foul on Marshfield. Olivia Greer on the restart coming up here for the Lightning. Lifted towards the net, one hop off the turf. Got a player there from close range. There's a nice save again by Peyton Bremer. On that restart, that was about as well placed a ball towards the far post as you could ask for. And Bremer denies the chance. Shots on goal are now 11-0 in favor of Appleton North. Ellie running, gets it centered. Nevia Higgins, bouncing ball that got through towards the goal. That's easily scooped up. No goals scored in the second half, and we've played 21 minutes since halftime. This game opened with 29 scoreless minutes before Appleton North broke through. Trying to get that header to Maddie Hacker. It's too tall for her. This will be a goal kick coming up. Hiller's True Value is Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. Check out current promotions. Get great fall deals on Milwaukee tools today from the people you can depend on. Hiller's True Value in Marshfield. Tigers play this short on the goal kick, and it's promptly taken away by Maddie Hacker. Hacker, high cross, that's over her teammate's head. Too tall there for Lexi Shue. North plays this back and then promptly into the center. Claire Zalewski. Zalewski with a little bit of a run, slid that forward, looking for Dylan Kenny. That was a nice idea, just couldn't quite make the connection. Chipped towards the corner, but there's no one there for North. And this will be punted out. Just over 17 minutes left to go in today's match. Tigers with their first run in a while. Played off to the side. That's a pretty nice ball. Gathered in there by Alexis Hoffman. Hoffman then couldn't find her teammate. Looked for Lauren Homolka. Long ball down. There's no one there. Blair Bennington gathered it in for the Tigers. Got a whistle here. Our official saw something he didn't like. A foul's called on Appleton North. Right from the center stripe. Chipped forward into traffic. Ball is up. North has it. North is bringing in 2 new players, and Marshfield is bringing in 2 new players, too. BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors. Shop 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations, Cadott and Abbotsford, or online at bigbeardown.com. bigbeardown.com. Long ball down, and North wins the race to it, but suddenly there's no angle. Aubrey Shire carried that too far down towards the end line. And again, the closer towards the end line you get, the more difficult the angle is. Centered into traffic, goalkeeper is off her line and gathered in by Peyton Bremer. A Marshfield throw-in from the far side. Trying to create from the wing. Centering up high. No one home. Peyton Bremer gathers that in. Peyton's been busy today. Kind of a late whistle there as the Appleton North player got tangled up with the Marshfield defender. This is a foul on the Tigers. Now, North is going to be able to lift the ball into the scoring area from here. So let's see how the Lightning play this. Claire Zalewski on the restart. Going to try and rush it towards the far side. A bounce, and then gathered in by the goalie. Whistle stops play. What's going on here? North was offside. Players rushing the net, so the second player back got ahead of the last defender. Spinning with the ball there. Nice ball handling by Aubrey Scherer. She's a sophomore. And a run here. Goalie is out, got a foot on that ball, and it's cleared out of danger by one of the Marshfield defensemen. See if the Tigers can get another run or two before this game comes to an end. 12.5 minutes to play in regulation. 2-0 Appleton North. Again, the Tigers have had very limited runs down at the other end. So it's been all North, even though North hasn't scored. Here's a shot right off the goalkeeper's hands, loose and then cleared out. North still holds. Trying to slide that forward was Maddie Hacker. Marshfield defender gets it out of play. Tigers unable to clear this ball out. Tried to get that center there for Natalie Rowe. Lightning still possesses. Give and go. Yeah, Tigers just have to clear this ball out, and they've been unable to so far. Yeah, this ball has been in the scoring area for forever. And trying to park that over the sideline, in fact, it was parked over the end line. This is going to be a corner kick. First corner kick of the second half. Comes with 11 and a half minutes left in our match. From the far side. Again, North has done nothing but pressure the net for the last 5 minutes or so of play. High arcing into traffic, and that's up and over the crossbar. Peyton Bremer got a hand on it, sent it up over the top. It's a nice play. Another corner kick is going to be coming. First, we've got to retrieve one of the soccer balls. There we go, got one now. And that got onto the foot of Maddie Hacker. Maddie couldn't turn it towards the goal. It's wide of the near side post. Goal kick. Yeah, this is the first time in a while the ball's been out of the scoring area. Shot there. Score! A lot of separation there, and you knew that eventually that goal was going to come. Pressure on the net forever, and eventually Appleton North found the back of the net. I believe that is Maya Zalewski's goal. Zalewski at the 69th minute. Again, eventually, Appleton North was going to be served, right? Can't have the ball down in your scoring area for that long and not eventually break through. So we went 31 minutes of play without a goal being scored, from late in the first half to now the later stages of the second half. 3-0. Delayed foul called on the Marshfield Tigers. We now have 10 minutes to go in regulation. High ball again into the scoring area, just outside the big box. Tigers have two defenders there. See if they can turn on this and get it out of danger. Alexis Hoffman tries to fight through it. North takes it back. 2-0 at halftime, 3-0 now. Shot there, save. This will be punted out. Appleton North is going to throw in right in front of their own bench. And they're making a late substitution here. Emily Apostolou, who is a goal scorer from the first half, is back in. So Emily's going to do another turn here in the final 7 minutes, 45 seconds of gameplay. North again to the center. Aubrey Shire. From the wing, chipped up. That was a little bit behind the North player. Marshfield can't really clear it. Yeah, I mean, all the action in the second half has been on one half of the pitch and not the other. Shot there, and a goal. Claire Zalewski has just scored. Zalewski with a strong right foot found the upper corner at the 73-minute mark. That was the best struck ball of the entire match. So Maya Zalewski and now Claire Zalewski find the back of the net. 4-0. So Appleton North has assured them a happy bus ride home. Wish them a safe trip down Highway 10 as they return to their campus. They'll be off to a 3-0 start for the season. Wins over Marionette, Denmark, and now over the Marshfield Tigers. Tigers are making 2 late substitutions here. Let's see who's on here. Alana Johannesson, she's on for the Tigers. And this is Mia Preston. Just came back into the game and just got a touch on the defensive corner. This will go over the touchline, and Appleton North will get a throw in. Trying to get that ball out to the wing. Tigers got a foot on it. Tigers will put that over the touchline. A deep throw in coming up here for Appleton North. 5 minutes to go. Towards the center of the big box. Almost able to close on that and trying to get a shot was Elle Running. Whistle there. This will be the Tigers' ball. Throw in for North. Tigers are making another substitution here in the closing minutes. Lauren Homolka has come back in. Again, it's hard to tell who's the Tigers' best player. I think it's Lauren Homolka. When the Tigers did have the ball, and again, the Tigers have not possessed for a lot today, it looks like they've been trying to get the ball to her without a lot of success in today's game. But again, Appleton North looks like a pretty good soccer club. Tigers throw in front of the north bench near the Center of the pitch on the far side. Tigers didn't have many opportunities in the first half, but you know what? They had more chances in the first half than they have here in the second. This second half has really been dominated by Appleton North. And we went the first, 29 minutes since halftime without any goals being scored. Then 2 goals in a 4-minute span to make it 3-0, and now the current 4-0. Played back to the keeper. This goes out of play. This will be a North throw-in their offensive end. Just over 2 minutes left in play today. Cross to the far side, in traffic, shot. Partially deflected by one of the Marshfield defenders, and then wide. I think Mia Preston got a foot on that. We should take a moment in our final moments. Now, of course, here at Zaleski Sports, we cover a lot of Marshfield Tigers sporting events over the course of the year, but Marshfield's always a great host. I don't get over here all this often, and it's nice to be in a beautiful facility. I mean, this is the best sports complex in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. And the Marshfield Athletic Department, always great hosts for our Zaleski Sports crews, and we thank them for that. Trying to think as I look ahead to the football season. I believe that I will get to see Marshfield for one of their fall games because I believe Marshfield will play at DC Everest. So I'm likely to be assigned that game. We won't be playing football here this year. Tigers and Everest, when it comes to football in the fall, that's a great rivalry. One of the things you like about the Wisconsin Valley Conference, for football in the fall, so many of the schools have just played each other year after year after year that they're all good rivalry games. Conference games are fun to look forward to. In just a moment, we'll count down the final 10 seconds of today's match.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Final whistle is coming. Congratulations to Appleton North. They've defeated the Marshfield Tigers 4-0. I'll tell you what, we will take a break, and then for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show, I will recap our scoring. 2 goals in the first half for Appleton North, 2 goals in the second half. The Nasonville Dairy postgame show is next with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy, Marshfield, Curtis, or online at NasonvilleDairy.com. That's going to wrap up our play-by-play coverage. 4-0 Appleton North defeats Marshfield. I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for joining us. A recap of the scoring next on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freire, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back to Marshfield, where our game has gone final. I'm Chris Conley. Appleton North got 2 goals in the first half, added 2 more in the second to beat the Marshfield Tigers 4-0 today. The goal scorers, we were scoreless till the 29th minute. Emily Apostolou broke through from close range on the far side post, 1-0. And then Marshfield gave up 1 more goal in the latest stages of the first half. Addison Schneider scored at the 38th minute, just before halftime, 2-0 at intermission. We went without any goals being scored from the 38th to the 69th minute. The Zalewski sisters have each tallied for Appleton North. In the 69th minute, Maya Zalewski, and then I thought the best struck ball of the night from Claire Zalewski to the high far corner in the 73rd minute to make it 4-0. Appleton North outshot Marshfield 17-0 in today's game. Appleton North improves to 3 wins, no losses and no draws on the season. Marshfield falls to 1-3-0 this year. That's going to wrap up our coverage from Marshfield. Again, repeating our final score, Appleton North 4, Marshfield Tigers 0. I'm Chris Conley. Thank you for